Hey guys, I am Yemi Osho, your host on Become Successful. On today's episode, we'll be talking about the richest person in Africa. Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel, Become Successful with Yemi Osho. On this channel, you will have the privilege of listening to top 10 success tips by renowned individuals all around the world. Every episode promises to be a great one. You don't want to miss it. So, kindly subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell so that when the next video drops, you will be able to have it. See you on the next episode. Aliko Dangote is the richest person in Africa. He has held the position for 10 consecutive years according to Forbes Billionaire list. He is a Nigerian, born on 10th April 1957 in Kano, Nigeria. Relax and listen to Dangote's top 10 success tips.
Dangote Group. We use our businesses, like now we're using our current businesses to build the future of the business. Like when we're in sugar, it was the sugar profit that we used in building the cement. Now with this cement, we're building so many things, refinery, fertilizer, petroleum products. With the refinery, your question is, okay, why are we building a refinery? When you look at the entire sub-Saharan Africa, we have only two working refineries. One, it is in Cote d'Ivoire, which has only 75,000 barrels a day. The other one is by Sasol in South Africa. But majority of all these countries, almost all the sub-Saharan African countries, they don't have refining capacity. So all of them, they export their oil, but they import products. So we realize that majority of the foreign exchange spendings of Nigeria goes to petroleum products imports.
So Nigeria is exporting its oil and then it has to buy refined oil products back, import it, right?
Yes.
And what you're doing is you're building one of the largest refineries in the world? Time on some television networks, I see advertisements for Dangote.
Yes.
For your company. Is that just general brand building? Why do you advertise, let's say in the United States, the Dangote brand? Because most of your businesses are not in the United States.
Well, it's a brand building. And like what we have planned to do, we're not going to remain dominant only in Africa. We're going to invest outside Africa. Because what we are doing right now, David, we're investing, yes, mainly in sub-Saharan Africa. But if you look at what we are building today, we have a company that has revenues of $4 billion. In the next 2 years, we'll have a company that will have a revenue of about $30 billion. So with that, we'll have quite a lot of money. What we are trying to do is to use major part of that money and invest outside Africa. I think the most important one, number one, David, if you are going into any business, you must understand the business A to Z. You must know that business. You shouldn't just go and invest because somebody now will say, okay, hey, there's good money in cement, then you go and jump into cement. You have to understand the business in and out. And that's the difference with me. I know my business in and out. You can wake me up any and the other one is really to work very hard, and you have to have the tenacity of continuing to, you have some hiccups here and there, but you have to be focused.
I've known you for a while, and I never seem to get you to yell or scream, or you seem very low-key. You don't use this technique of yelling and screaming at people, or you're just very low-key and even-keeled? To what do you attribute that, or am I wrong?
I think, no, you're not wrong. That's my nature. I'm very quiet, and I'm very, very calm. I get upset sometimes when people try to be, either to outsmart me or I don't like people who...
Things that I've seen around the continent, even when it comes to the leaders of the African continent.
I think really tell you the truth, my upbringing from my late grandfather really helped me quite a lot. He was a very, very humble person, and sometimes he used to drive himself. And that's what I do now, even on weekends right now. Once I finish this interview with you, I won't go out with the driver. I'm going to go alone, and I'm going to drive myself. I mean, I feel safe. And really, I don't have any issues, with that. It's always better to be humble. They say that no condition is permanent. So I want to always run my life, whether I have money or I don't have money, I can.
That corruption doesn't stop business. What do you mean by that?
Well, corruption doesn't stop business. There's no country without corruption. Even our own in Africa is well pronounced because we have very weak institutions. What you need are very, very big institutions so that when you cross the line, there's somebody that will deal with you squarely. But, be it in America, in Europe, or anywhere,
As a sole importer or manufacturer, what do you respond to those critics?
Well, first of all, there was never any time where we were the sole manufacturers or sole importers or whatever of any item. It has never ever happened. Only maybe during when we took risk. Let me give you an example. There was nothing like sugar industry in Nigeria, and everything was imported. Maybe small, the farming side. We took a risk in 1999 and opened up a refinery which we built with about $250 million then. Okay, so if we are the only ones having that sort of refinery, nobody was stopped. How can you say that somebody has given us a license? We are not giving a license to operate alone. Okay, what normally government will roll out, like right now, let me give you an example. Government has rolled out their agricultural policy on self-sufficiency in sugar. Okay, nobody is investing, maybe two of us. So tomorrow, when we are successful, somebody will rise up and say, no, this is a monopoly. It's not a monopoly because nobody has been stopped. That's number one. Number two, government has always been begging people to come and invest. So if we heed the call of government to go and invest,
running for office, have you ever considered leaving business and getting into politics?
It's just like clapping. There's no way you can clap with one of your hand. You need another hand. Even when you go into politics, if the economy is not doing well, what are you going to rule? You want to rule people in poverty, right? Which is not right. So I think people who are specialists in politics, we will support the good ones. They will go and run the, the political side of this. My own role is to see how can I develop Nigeria? How can I create jobs? What gives me joy is how many people I've actually helped through job creation, through doing so many things, and in future I want to make sure that Nigeria is self-sufficient in rail lines, in power, in a lot of things. So I can do my own contribution.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Top 10 Success Tips by Dangote. And if you like this video, kindly subscribe, click on the notification bell, and kindly comment as well. If you have recommendations for who you want to see the success tips on this program, kindly do so in the comment section. See you in the next video.